offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
319.
Rodgers again now. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. But the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Blanketed coverage by Houston makes it 4th down. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And Crosby puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Rodgers, a free play. This will be caught at about the 6.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They come out here in the eye. Rodgers now to throw. And now running right through it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. And the Texans set to come onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
After the interception, here's Watson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To throw on second is Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Watson looks to throw again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? The final shot before the break. Watson underneath for Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the number.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. Now it's Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the